Let's go make sure my camera's in the right place. Move it up here. I've got to go quickly. This will just black out the screen very quickly. That should be fine. So sometimes when I tab into a full screen thing, it'll have the taskbar up on the bottom for reasons. Okay, well, I don't get why the VOD starts before pick ban. Starts after pick ban rather. Okay, Damwon, JDG. We are seeing let's go with yellow. Nice and bright. We're seeing way more and more of the LeBlanc ban. I'm wondering if I like the LeBlanc ban. Because LeBlanc does, like... It is, like, pretty okay into the... That's meant to be a tick. That's not actually very good. No, that's also not a tick. I'm actually very bad at this. There we go. Yeah. Like Azir. You can play into an Azir. Not all comps are good with it. But you can kind of make that work. LeBlanc is very much a mid 2v2 champ as well. Typically a mid 2v2 champ. Because you've got good setup. And the other thing is... So LeBlanc and Sylas have a similar identity where, like, if this is your lane and you've got it held here or something outside your tower, because you're not gonna win the push, right? So it's gonna push into you. But if you're stood here, and they've got to go all the way back to the tower here, they have, like, really good ability to jump beyond the wave very early on with either LeBlanc W or Sylas E. And then your jungler comes in and gets, like, a really good angle onto them. Because they don't have to come behind the lane, they can come in from river as well if they're pushed up. So they basically hold you in a chokehold and say, right, well, if you push into me, you're in danger. Oh, you can't see it either? Oh, hang on. Let me... Ah, right. Have I done something weird then? Oh, yeah, it's because I restarted. My bad, folks. Which means you should be able to see it now. Oops, there we go. Sorry, I was messing around with some stuff before I went live. Lonely Poro, thank you for the flow. I appreciate it. Cool. Alright, well, there we go. Except now my camera's gonna be in front of it. Either way, whatever. I'll figure it out. But yeah, if you've got like the oh, I could do it on the whiteboard like that. Oh, that's blinding. That's better. Yeah, that's better. We can work with that. But like, you can jump beyond the wave. I'm gonna cancel that out now because that's not that particularly useful. But yeah. Particularly something like Azir or Victor, you can struggle into LeBlanc Sylas strong mid-jungle 2v2s. Let me put this on 2x speed. I should do that as well. No, you're blind. Yes, you're all blind. I have removed your sight. I have cast Quinn Q. Jax, this is Aatrox. Oh god, I don't want to use yellow there. Yikes, let's not do yellow. Let's not do yellow. What color can I use here? There's too many colors on screen. So this is Aatrox. This is like... Oh god, these are not actually helpful arrows. This is not a helpful color. I don't know what I'm doing here. Can I... Is there another color I could use? Oh, I can use red maybe? No, there's too many... There are literally just too many colors on screen. So this is Aatrox. This is like securing the Aatrox pick. This is securing Azir. Azir slash mage, shall we say. These are what these bands kind of signal. It's like, okay, you're securing these sorts of picks. Bright pink. Bright pink is this one. Yeah, actually that's slightly better. That's slightly better. But then the Aatrox already got... No, but they... Oh, so the Aatrox comes in second as a response. I do not get this Nidalee ban. I don't get why Nidalee is suddenly like cropping up. I don't get it. Oh, Vasu, never stop with your pasta. What else we got? Maybe that was just a really bad frame for me to prove. Because that one frame had like just way too many like colors! Too many colors! Sidrani ban. So that's like another safe blind pick. Are all of these blind pickable? Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand it. Does anyone have any insight onto the Nidalee pick? No, but Cannon's not been playing it. He hasn't played it for a while. Yeah, Cannon's very good at it, but I just don't think the champion's good. Inspired played it too, and it looked meh. It looked meh. Like, it's a farming jungler. I get that, it's a farming AP jungler, but there aren't that many. I mean, if you're going to play the set into the Sylas, that's one thing. Maybe that's what... Because, that's one thing, actually. Set... Set plus Nidalee is actually pretty good into Sylas, actually. Because you have, like, Set, which kind of deals with them very early on, level 1, level 2. Let me skip this one.
Remember, you do it for... Why don't you talk?
Nope. Wait, is this not... Have I not got Shuffle on? Have I not got Shuffle on? No, I do.
Take a moment to think of just...
Yeah, sure, cool. But yeah, because Set can contest Sylas in the early levels, and then Nidalee Set is actually one of the better remaining combos from like Nidalee's like real heyday. And we saw this a lot in 2020, something that the VCS loved. They loved playing it. LGL loved playing it as well. This is mainly in top lane, but you can play it through mid lane as well. Okay, so we've got Trader first picks now. So you've taken Maokai, sure. But you've banned away one of your own answers to the Azir. You still have Sylas. And you have Talia. Sylas and Talia. That's what I'm looking at for Damwon right now.
All we are is incompetent.
Long neck diff. Thanks for the follow. I wish you and your giraffe-like folk luck and fortune in this trying time. Okay, so now you are like, you know, I'm just gonna type on this as well. This is outrange. This is outrange. Now, Maokai can help with the outrange because Maokai just chucks an ult at you and goes, haha. Yeah, no, the Nidalee ban is like, the only thing I can think of is that Nidalee and Set are good into Sylas as a combo, I guess. But that's not about the Nidalee, that's about the Set. And you can play that with other junglers. I don't like it. I feel like Nidalee is hinting a Graves pick. Yeah, I guess Graves can't walk into Nidalee. But you're putting so much emphasis on winning early game. Like, winning the jungle duels early.
All we are is incompetent.
That's a good point, though. I hadn't thought about it as the Graves answer. I can actually vibe with that. I can understand that. Kyobi. Kyobi, I'm gonna go with Kyobi. Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. And welcome to the chat. I hope you're gonna enjoy yourself. With a literal cat and not so literal mouse, yeah. Okay, so, what does this mean? So, we talked about Graves a little bit yesterday. Okay, so this is, Azir is your prior. Azir, prior, wow, much. Wave push. Helps Graves. Yep. Yeah, so you've got the Azir, which is kind of unparalleled in its early shove, which is why I do think that Talia becomes more valuable, because Talia is one of the few champions that really can actually kind of put that into question. But a lot of pro teams are starting to go behind that now. This is a huge burst combo, though. Like, if you get into team fights and, like, people hit their skill shots, my word, you are disappearing very quickly. I do like this lane. I like this lane. I think this is good. I think that Varus is very hard to counter right now in the current meta in terms of in lane. And and particularly with Renata, which has very strong level 1 to level 3 as well. Yeah, no. Paya has a really good soundtrack, so it's my chill playlist. So with the thing is, when you're banning away stuff like this, these are lanes which do very well when they're just kind of like left alone in a chill matchup. Because they'll just like eventually, they'll either outscale in a side lane and then like be a damage thrower, right? But why are you banning these? Why are you banning these? Kaiser Rel we're seeing more and more. It's no longer like Kaiser Alistair kind of stuff, or Kaiser Nautilus. Kaiser Rel seems to like have a little bit. So the thing about... Yeah, it could be the Ornn. Yeah, this could be actually horny stuff. That's true. Sorry, yeah, that's actually a very good point. Sorry, my brain is not in it today. Those are totally on safety picks. Just been like, yo, we can just pick Ornn at this point. You can't flex the Maokai anymore. That's gone. Like that's just gonna be in jungle. Like you're not gonna put that under support. You can't blind pick it into top lane, I don't think. And they go towards the Talir, so what do I think of that? Yeah, I mean the Talir gives you the prio, that's fine. So then you actually have like really good zone control. Because if you have like Talir E, if you have Talir E and you've got like Maokai ult going down as well and Renata ult, like the amount of terrain that is covered up by something really dangerous is super awkward. Renekton's a fine blind pick. Was Fiora open? Could you have Fiora'd here? If you Fiora, what happens? They can't pick Renekton into this comp. I think the Renekton's a bit of a killer here from Damwon actually. I don't really like the Renekton. What happened to the Ahri Azir matchup? Wasn't there time people would pick Ahri into Azir for early skirmish? Yeah, there was. I am surprised we're seeing less of it. Isn't Graves like a worse Hecarim? No, Graves is much more safe than Hecarim, and he has a range advantage over Hecarim. He doesn't have to hard commit to fights. Oh, let me know what like volume. I can turn the music down if you would prefer that, but I don't know what it's coming across like on stream. Okay, so now you've locked into like Renekton's kind of like I don't really get what this champion does in the draft. This is the one thing. Most of this is actually really good. This 4-man unit is really cool. I like this a lot. I like this quite a lot. Because as a Kai'Sa diving into that, you're not really having a great time. This could have... No, I was about to think if this could have been a Maokai top into a Trundle jungle angle, but... Especially... So these are Ornn. These are securing Ornn as a pick. So Damwon see that, and they likely know that Ornn's coming through, and they choose the Renekton into it. So you're choosing this for lane counter. But it... I don't know. I feel like Ornn seriously struggles with the outrange here. I think that Graves' Azir are very difficult champions for Renekton to deal with. And he struggles with Ornn ult in team fights. So like this whole top side is really awkward for the Renekton to deal with. You could have picked the Ornn yourself. What happens then? If you pick Ornn yourself, that's not the worst thing ever. They pick the Renekton to you, it's whatever. Because Renekton can't really function into these four, right? Renekton can't function into these four. They just stop him getting into the fight too well. Yes, you're very right. Gnar would have been a much better pick here. Gnar would have been much better. You actually function in the team fights a little better. And you have like because like you're a ranged side lane matchup at half the time into the Ornn as well. You get a lot of value. I think actually Gnar was the pick. I think Gnar is a good pick if you want to pick the Renekton lane bully archetype. If blue picks Ornn, red just picks Fiora. I think that's the worry. Yeah. Maybe is the Renekton literally just there to stop JDG going from the Fiora? But at that point, like, So they lock away the Gragas. Is this Gragas support ban or? I don't know. I'm not 100% solved on the Renekton. I think the Renekton like opens up too good of an Ornn angle. And you already have the Talir, right? You can play around side lanes if Fiora goes like completely crazy or whatever, or like has a winning matchup rather. JDG still needed some more engage though. Rel is not enough against this comp. You're absolutely right. Trying to engage into this comp is already going to be hellish. Because you've got Talia E, you've got Saplings, you've got Maokai ult, you've got, let me just check where my camera is. Yeah, it's fine, cool. Okay, what are we looking at here? Anything interesting in runes? Phase Rush. Interesting. I hadn't noticed that one before. That makes sense, that makes sense. It gives you some ways to disengage from the graves, or whatever. You want to have the first move anyway, because you cannot move into Damwon's combo when you're on the objective first. Yeah, JDG struggle if they have to go into Damwon and they because actually you're not actually winning in terms of range advantage at this point. Typically, these two champions play through a range advantage, right? You got the Graves and the Azir, but Talia E. Saplings help with this too, actually. Not in terms of damage, but because of the slow threatening for like an arrow to hit or a combo. These three largely outrange when you're posturing. Now, of course, Ornalt changes the equation a little bit, because you can just all in on that stuff. And then obviously if you're pushing in too fast, and you got flash ults and whatever from this. So it's not like, when you're playing out a range advantage, things can very quickly snap into a fight because of like the very quick engage options. So yeah, you're very right. Being on the objective fight first really does help in these games. In this game. At least you got some contested prio in mid, so it's not like Graves being able to like invade first kind of click. Well, I guess you don't invade into Maokai anyway nowadays. You used to be able to invade on Graves all the time. Yeah, I can go Discord.
All we are is incompetent.
Hey, Notorious Gamer. So, hey, Harold, I'm gonna go do this on my own for a little bit, and then I'll come into Discord after. I just want to get into my stride, and then we can maybe have some more folks join in. Okay, so. Saplings. Really nice for face checking, of course. Good stuff. You can't 3v3 bot from JDG. You can't do the whole thing where like Rel just all ins you at level 2. Then you can have somebody. What was Showmaker doing here? Did he need to push that wave? It takes a pretty big trade for not much there. Okay. Kanavi comes in, pushes on the wave. Did they ping him? So they didn't ping him out. Oh yeah, this was hilarious. Cannon just spots him going by. Cannon gets Skull for free. Chooses not to... Oh, he's saving Smite for second Skull, that's why. Yeah. And this is why, by the way, I really like the Talia into the Azir. You can't do this with a lot of other scaling... Oops, that is not a good line. You can't do this with a lot of other scaling picks, right? Because Talia actually contests on the shove very early on without having to, like, be, like, trading their entire HP bar. You do give up a lot of mana for it, but still, you're fine with that. You trade evenly, like, in mana towards what Azir's going to do. Now you got the tier, you don't need to worry about that as well after first back. Oh, Showmaker Ghost back to lane! Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he uses Ghost to get back to lane. Nice, haven't seen that for a little while. I should have seen that more, actually. Yeah, the Ghost back to lane's pretty valuable here. Because again, it's just giving Canyon more stuff to play around. It's giving him the double scuttle. Kanavi gets something on Graves, on the Raptors. That's cool. Like, he gets something for it, but when you have Graves Azir, you're expecting if the enemy team ever like messes up, you get something for it. Yeah. But again, think about this. Like, Yagao teleports back to mid lane, and typically Azir is the champion which can just like join those players first. But because this is the power of, I think Varus and Talia are going to be really sleeper pretty strong in drafts where a lot of folks have kind of forgotten about them. They're not like out and out powerful, but they're very good at getting prio over the meta champs right now. Varus will even do this against stuff like Caitlyn or Aphelios. We've seen that. It's all about like first 3 levels. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Syntoxic. Yeah, it is about the first couple of levels being able to like very much shove in. Obviously, this is opportunistic from Damwon. They make it work, but the fact that they can do this comes from the fact that they have early lanes which can contest the meta accepted prio picks. Lose your flash on Varus, which means that it's not going to be up for potential Herald fight though, which is a little awkward. Top lane's going fine. You're not really gaining anything for it, but it's going fine. Does this game change much if this is a Fiora here? Because I'm just thinking about the top lane matchup again. Madgay, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Because I see this on, because obviously this was like this was last pick on, which was fine, and then obviously like the Renekton was also like a last round. It was like blue 4 or whatever, right? Could you have picked the Ornn yourself? If you pick the Ornn and there's a Fiora on the other side, do you care? There's no setup for a Fiora. Fiora can struggle into Talia as well, because Talia just like gets into River very early. Because you can't fight around topside too easily. I don't know, it's just some... I don't know how to like describe it. I just feel like the Renekton is not... I feel like that last round around topside draft, topside laning phase is just not... It's not it. Vismanus, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think Fiora is like awful to give over to JDG here as Damwon. I think you can Gnar, and I think you can Gnar and stop the Ornn coming in and have teamfight value. I think that's something. I think you survive on weak side as well. It's not like you're gonna have like an Azir roaming up towards your lane that often, because again, the Talia manages to kind of deal with that. I think Talia Gnar would have been better than Talia Renekton here. No, sorry, I do mean like JDG taking the Fiora. I mean like, I don't think Damwon want the Fiora. I don't think they, maybe they can, but... Oh god. Oh man. Is this the one time that they don't have solid mid-prio and they go... Oh, they just overforce, man. Why are you going for this? Why are you going for this? I do not know how to pronounce that name. I'm so sorry. Yedjehedj. Thank you for the follow. God damn. Crazy. So they're a tower. These ignite. This is just an overcommit. This is just a super overcommit. If you do this at level... if you do this at level 6, does this even work out even any better for you? If you have Varusol... Does this work out any better if you have Varusol? No. No, it doesn't. I really don't think it does. Kanavi's here as well. He's at the play. Smokescreen comes in just for the slow. That's fine. Oh, this is such an overforce, man. Damwon, just skip a few steps. Because if this... You really need to see where your Yagao is. This first ult is going to be freaking huge. You just know that, right? But the way it's still in the center of the lane. You're not pushing and using the Weaver's Wall, like, to 100% effectiveness. It's also not locked Yagao out of the fight. Like, he can still... He's obviously still within, like, shuffle flash range. Varus isn't even there at the start. Yeah, but you have... You do have Talia coming in, I understand that. Oh, God, he gets it after the flash as well. Yagao is so good at League of Legends, man. Yagao is an incredible skirmish team fighter, man. This guy is... Yagao's crazy. You're crazy. Yeah, I think if you have Varus ult, it goes a little... I don't know. If you're trading Varus ult... I mean, if it's Varus and Kai'Sa ult, but no Rell ult, I think it's better. I guess it has to happen in this wave if it's going to happen, because you're looking at the isolated 2v2. Because you think they've just overextended. But they skip out on mid-prio. They skip out on mid-prio. They don't have any vision in River, and they die. They die. Horrible death. And now you've given 2 kills over to the Kai'Sa, which means that you're likely to get Q evolve here. So Q's going to come up, which is going to be really annoying, because at that point, you can kind of... There's a thing you can do with Kai'Sa where you kind of quick shift around the map. Or like if you've got your... You've got like mid lane, you've got bot lane, you've got top lane. And you've also got like... So remember the timer as well. Kai'Sa can kind of like move up the map, kind of going, okay, so you walk bot lane, you Q. You walk mid lane. You Q, and you go to Herald. And you're like, okay, I've wave cleared everything that's important on the map, and I'm at Herald. Cool. If you get that Q upgrade available very early, that's so annoying. Now, you won't have Q upgrade at this point. I guess it doesn't matter around Herald, not around First Herald. It rarely happens to First Herald. I mean, sometimes you see it on Second Herald. But like as soon as Hope gets Q evolve, it gets awkward to contest the map. Because the early lane prio then gets balanced out by Kaiser's wave clear later on. I know you've got 2 kills in the Varus, but the Q upgrade for Kaiser is a huge break point. Kellen should have reset, shove mid with Showmaker, Dr. M gets 6 with Soul XP and set up a dive for Varus and so yeah, something like that. That would work, right? Play around the yes, I agree. Playing around like your prio while it's still lasting at this point is important. Using a 6. Kellen doesn't. You have given Herald over to Damwon, but what can you do with it? You do have pushing lanes.
All we are is incompetent.
What are you achieving this top lane? What are you achieving here? Got a little bit of a CS lead. That's nice. It's not really winning you the game or anything, and Renekton's still gonna really Jolt, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Yeah, you're not exactly got a win condition through top lane, do you? Top lane. Yeah, actually, JDG are in a really good spot now as well. Just draw attention to this as well. Humble Glaive. Hold shift to draw a square. I can do that. What do you mean? I can do that. Nice. Huh. But yeah, Umbral Glaive, that's rough. Because now, like, you were kind of banking on, like, having Maokai saplings kind of doing stuff for you as well. But your saplings have to be used to just get into the river, rather than, like, secure an area on it now a lot of the time, because Umbral Glaive is going to give such an unparalleled vision advantage. And then if you're also dealing with Prio from Kaiser Q Evolve, that's rough. Okay. 1 for 1. It means that you don't get a good Herald angle here for Damwon. JDG are happy trading 1 for 1 because it stops Damwon accelerating the game around the Varus and getting him like like a full plate tower. Oh man, Kanavi has been in all the right places at the right time, I will say. What's happening with the gold down here? Anything interesting? I don't know, man. I just feel like I get that Renekton kind of. I'm gonna keep coming out to this, guys. I'm gonna keep going back to this. Cause like, if you have this Renekton, right? You're sat here like, wow, cool. At least they can't pick Fiora into Renekton as easily, because Renekton is like one of the matchups for Fiora. Fiora can kind of struggle in that matchup. Just pick Gnar, man. Gnar can at least win through side lanes. It's safe. It's a safer blind pick in some ways, and it gives you like actual side lane win condition with potential hull breaker angles as well. Herald goes mid. How many plates are given over? Share between Canyon and Showmaker, is it? Is it just... Oh, it just goes to Canyon. Now, Maokai when they're ahead is really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But... yeah. Well... Hope has learned from Talon. Long swords are the key. That's great. Look at this shit. Oh, God. I don't think you pick Sat blind. Hang on, what's happening here? Yagao just making sure that Showmaker can't play around the map, blends the ghost, that's fine. I think JDG, when they get to this one item spike, oh man, like you've got Umbral Glaive, we already talked about how that, it's just a good stat stick and it just works very well. Is Crown good here? What can blow the Crown for free? Walking into a sapling, but he should never do that. So that's not going to happen realistically. If Talir is walking up to trade and try and break the Crown, you can take a hard trade, so that's fine. That's still valuable. So you're looking at Varus looking up for an E or a Q. But if he's walking into a range for an E or a Q around an objective, that potentially opens up an Ornn ult or a Rel ult. I think you can do some crown baiting here. From you go. I think you can do some crown baiting. I'm looking at this item and I'm wondering whether it's valuable. You are not lacking damage because your front line will survive longer than theirs. I think you can walk up a crowd and go, haha, Varus, come take my shield from me. And then as soon as they get into range, you just know all in. That can work, actually. Hey, Rapstar, how's it going? You transitioned the Varus Artillery combo, I think. Yeah, that's true. Varus R is like the big, like, weird bit. But I feel like if you're ever looking to pop Yagao's crown, you're actually in a bit of a dangerous spot. Normally I don't love crown. I think that there's too many easy ways to blow it. No, really, what are you doing, dude? Oof. Also, is this even a good Gordrinker game? Is this even a good Gordrinker game? I know that Renekton's been going back to it. Does anyone know about the 1v1 matchup here? Because I'm not, like, huge into Renekton on matchup. If you go Blade, Frostar, or whatever the hell. I mean, all the range champions are low range. I mean, Azir isn't. And Graves just smoke screens you out of the fight, right? Graves smoke screens you out of the fight. Because he's not going for the Gold Drinker Graves build or anything like that. I think if he smoke screens you and that lands, the slow is actually enough to really... I feel like Renekton is not got... Look, put it this way. Renekton is not going to have a great team fight against this stuff. Not realistically. I feel like you just go split push, don't you? I think you just split. I think if you split, you have another... This is why I wanted the Gnar. You don't have to worry about this shit. You have team fight impact and split push pressure. Hey, Renekton just is not the pick, guys. It's not the pick. Nux, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yes, no, I agree that, like, the range champions are not, like, super... I mean, Graves is not a super high range champion. He kind of is when he's lethality, right? And he's like, haha, I'm going to just WQ ult me. That's cool, right? Like, he's going to still blow you up from half screen away. Hydrate, I can do that. That's actually a very good point. I should actually refill my drink. That's a good point. I actually am going to do that. So I'm going to just consider me still molding about Renekton. Because in this game, it ain't it, folks. It ain't it. Yeah, Azir is very long range, though. Quiet. Drink. Hydrate before you titrate. Yeah, I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that. I should really sort out what I'm doing with my channel point rewards. If anyone has any, what's this? What have you linked me? What have you linked me? Update. I'm just gonna check something real quick. There's a video? Oh, is there a video of it? What happened to it? What's happening here? Oh! Yeah. No, this is something that's been around for a little while, actually. This isn't a beneficial bug. That is a beneficial bug. Oh, God. So, there was a bug where if you cast ult when the shield is just attaching to someone, it pings back to you. Now, what's happening here, it looks like it's pinging back to you, and it's the ult animation is around you, but it ults them instead. Wait, did this happen in Pro?
Power the bars, but off to the side, the Camille getting shredded. She goes gold, and Levi in the backside with the Oriana, but she's so damn strong. Camille trying to get out to safety. Disaster for game.
It actually happened in that fight. Now, that doesn't change the game. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't change the game, but the fact that it happened is bad. So it's happened to Worlds already. Okay. Star flashes anyway. That's, in fairness, that is very much a reasonable bug to remove champion for. That sucks. Nunifer, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. That sucks though, because I actually think Oriana is actually a very good pick right now. Because Oriana is in a similar kind of position to Talia, right, in this matchup, where you can have team fight value. Oriana is a different version of Talia in some ways, right? You have similar kind of team fight area denial with the ball and the shockwave. Oh yeah, I actually didn't realize that part of the bug had been around for a while. She might go hotfix. I think they should. I think they seriously should. Oriana is a pro-relevant pick right now. Rogue's a team like Ori, that likes Ori. Yeah, for sure. Jensen also likes it on Cloud9. That's a huge bug, though. Oh, Jill Graggers, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. By the way, I know that I say the same thing whenever someone follows. I'm trying to get it into, like, my muscle memory, so I can actually say thank you for following. Don't take it as me not being creative or, like, not appreciating it. I absolutely do. It's just muscle memory. Let me just get... I've got a coffee in the room as well. I should go get that. But that's huge, actually. Ori being off the table is huge. Ori's been... Okay. Let's get back to it. I want validation. Wait, have an LPGG review. To know why you're bad. Thing is, I don't really do a lot of solo queue stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think about solo queue that often. I can try it. If you, hell yeah, I could do it at some point if you're interested in it. Okay, let's get back to it anyway. Can Corky witness a comeback? I don't know. Corky just feels not great. You don't get early prio. You take too long to scale. There are better scaling champions than you. You're vulnerable in mid lane. You're just not powerful at the right points in the game right now. He's not coming back for Worlds. Not really. And even if he did come back, there are champions like Yuumi, Soraka, which just like he can't deal with. No, you okay then, I agree. He dead. I don't know. It's a bad pick. He's having a bad game. Legit. This game is pretty okay for Damwon if you don't have this huge topside difference. This is rough, man. Okay. Okay, let's slow down this fight. Surge Ornn exist, yeah, for sure. Okay, so, blow the Guardian. One thing off the table. What happens here? Oh, ships. I've gone too far. Okay. Good flash from Dr. One. He's actually blinded when he gets flash when he gets engaged on like that. That's actually a good flash. He doesn't necessarily know that missing's coming in on that angle. You should do, but like it's easy to And he gets the turnaround as well. Actually, Dogden plays that fight really well. $369 there, man. Like, oh, what a top diff. What a top diff. Good by Canyon. Did he? He was seen there. He was seen. Knavi's trying to go for the kill combo. Ooh, that is damn close, you know. Oh, this is actually such a close fight. What the hell, man? This is such a close fight. Oh, this is so close. Wait, also, hero minion. Medal of Honor for this range creep here. Medal of Honor for this one. Oh, look at that. Hero minion saving Canyon or Kellen. Jeez, man. I actually think that they would have lived because the bailout was on Canyon anyway. It was weird. It would. Oh my god, this is close. Oh, you go. Reset. I don't even know what salutes in chat. Look, look, guys, our top laner is here.
All we are is incompetent.
Noguri has given Damwon hope. Jeez. This is like hey mum, can we have the ride of the Rohirrim? No, we have the ride of the we have the Riders of Rohan at home. Riders of Rohan at home. On the dawn of the 30th second of the team fight, look to the east. Oh god. Carpet Master, Vermin, sorry, I'm kind of breaking down a little over here, but thanks for the follows. Carpet Master, I know I missed it a little bit earlier. No, I know. I know that this is like, Noguri's already dead at this point. He's coming back in. I just find it very funny. This is just out of comedic sense because like, you look at 369, huge value, awesome, cool, and then just like Noguri's is like, I'm a Renekton, and yeah, where was that TP? When did he channel that TP? When did he? What is that TP? Oh, does he have anywhere better to go? I don't think he has any better. I don't think he has anywhere better to go. The hero minion was like the only place he could teleport to except this tower. Oh man. There's actually so he's alive now. Where can he teleport to? He can only teleport there. No, because like you've got the pink ward here, right? But then like this is actually slightly closer. That is legitimately the best place he can teleport to. Yeah. This is actually a thing. Because remember, Kanavi has Glaive. He's got ward clearing. Like Damwon haven't really been able to keep up a ward line to allow them to get these flank TPs. What? Actually, let's look at the setup for this fight again. Yeah, Kanavi's still got Umbral Glaive at this point. They're clearing out wards. 369 teleports in. It's a really good teleport for 369 actually. Pink in the brush on screen. $45. Did Graves actually auto attack anyone? No, it's that's actually really good cleanse from Hope. Oof, man. I do think that Dogdown plays a really good fight here. At the end of the day, you're in a 4v5. The fact that it comes down to this even in a 4v5 is pretty spectacular. Oops. Hero minion though. Okay, so what are the follow-on effects? Ooh, this is annoying though for JDG. Because while you got all of this cool... Oh, he is actually going for the Gore Drinker. I said that he wasn't going for Gore Drinker earlier or whatever. He is, so ignore me on that. Yeah, losing this is actually kind of annoying. Yeah, because you got control mage versus control mage, right? And you've got this kind of vision control aspect. Umbreglaive's great at vision control. But losing mid tower, that's even worse, because yeah, now you can kind of push the mini wave into the other side of the map. That's really annoying. I go to work, Nightmare is life. I go to work, come back, sleep, wake up, and Nightmare is life. life is good. Hey Rev, how's it going? Oh, the damage chart, stuff like that, that's mainly to show that someone is just not in the fight or dies early. I mean, it does do Nuggery dirty for sure, but like... I don't know, this Renekton just feels giga useless. Like, what are you doing this game with Renekton? Like, you're not even ahead in CS at this point, guys. Like, what are you doing with this matchup? I don't even think this is necessarily like a Nuggery problem. Maybe the Gore Drinker is an issue. Because realistically, if you're diving onto a Crown Azir while Crown is up, yeah, that ain't working. So you're not getting the initial burst for that stuff. I feel like you need to go Blade. I think you needed to go Blade. Just be a side lane threat. Do something. Have something that allows you... I don't know. You're not realistically doing much with the Gore Drinker in team fights. And I feel like the Blade is a better side lane build. What's happening here? Matchup has a negative win rate in solo queue. It's not good in general. He only plays for pressure. Yeah. No, but all Nuggery, it doesn't matter who's in. This Renekton just does nothing. Actually, so we're at 17 minutes. Let's go back to the draft. Let's actually go back to the draft quick. Because, like, I'm going to keep talking about this for, like, forever, let's be honest, so. Because, like, we're at this point, right? Let me just change my camera back. Because this is, like... this Renekton just doesn't do it for me, man. Because, look, at this point... So, as was rightfully pointed out, I was kind of half asleep at the time, so whatever. But, like, these are Ornn bans. These get you Ornn, right? No, you don't go Blade into... You go Blade tank. You go Blade tank rather than Blade Prowlers. I agree with that. But, like, the Ornn is so telegraphed here. And you need some extra engage, as was also rightfully said by chat. Like, 'cause you've only got this, right?
All we are is incompetent.
Twisted Destiny. Thanks for the hello. I appreciate it. Like, this is 100% Ornn. This is 100% Ornn. Because at this point, Damwon are winning in the 4-man unit. Hell, we saw that under the that tower, right? This 4-man unit is good. This 4-man unit is very hard to engage into. They actually contest in range advantage with Varus ult, Varus Q that threatens the Azir. You've got the Minefield, which is crazy. You've got Renata ult. You've got Maokai ult. Even though this duo is very long range, you're winning in the 4v4 right now. And Kai'Sa doesn't really add to that, right? Kai'Sa struggles at the start of fights in the 4v4s. She's good when she kind of like gets into the fight. The only reason I see this is like, is this just scared of Fiora? But because I know that Renekton was an okay matchup into Fiora before, I don't think it's awesome now. No, I don't think you pick the Ornn. I don't think you pick the Ornn yourself. Yeah, I agree. I think you then get there's a potential you get side lane split. And even then, I think that's okay in some ways. Just pick Gnar! Just pick Gnar! Oh, God, this is such a winnable game from Damwon. Such a winnable draft. 17 minutes in. Where are we? Oh, shit. Ah! What am I doing? No, too far. 17 minutes. I think Gnar is by far the best pick, though. I really don't think this Renekton has much. Oh, interesting thing. Obviously, this is like Barmies into Abyssal from Canyon. That makes sense, actually. In some ways, because if you land some saplings onto... let me see this. Too loud. Yeah, I think that if you tag Graves and there isn't like a camp around, he can actually take significant damage from that. That makes sense, actually, to me. Sorry, not Abyssal, Demonic. Yes. Like, those items forever confuse me. I don't build tank items. I play champions which do damage, goddammit. I think you can Gnar or you can Fiora here from Damwon. I think you can Gnar or Fiora, and I think that's fine. Because you're winning in the 4-man unit, you don't need to supplement your engage. You just need something that can just do well in isolation and away from the 4-man unit. You've got a Graves locked in already, which is not great for the setup on top side. Did you see the rest build? Oh, yeah, I did. The rest build was not... Oh, sorry, I haven't moved my camera. As much as I am the star of the show, because I always am. Yeah. Anyways, what Don Jake would love built on Ori? Hang on a second. What's happening here? Okay, let's go back to the setup. I know we've been memeing a bit. Let's go back to the setup. What's happening here? Because we're setting up towards El Dragon. So, now you have the problem of, because you started to lose... oh, God, like... This is so awkward, because if you have a winning side lane, like picking a Nara or a Fiora here... Hey, is this Dom on the account? Hey, how's it going? Esports News UK. Hope things are going well. But yeah, if you have a winning side lane here, at least you can... so if you've got your lane setups here, right? At least you can kind of like... shove in, and then kind of like come in from a different flank. You can stop JDG getting control of the river. And one of the things that we said was that because of like this 4-man unit from Damwon, like if they ever control an area, JDG are in real trouble. Because you're walking into saplings, particularly with the demonic as well. That's potentially blowing Crown, that's potentially chunking out the Graves, who is lower range. Even someone like Rel doesn't particularly want to do that, right? Rel's not the best face checker of wards. I don't know, man. I don't want to say this game comes down to Renekton, but like, it's coming down to Renekton right now. Okay, used Herald. You've used Herald, but it's a little bit late on the timing. Okay, let's slow this down, because this is going to be a big fight. Dragon apiece. Steals the dragon. That's rough. That's really rough. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. Canyon really trying. He's really trying. Oh, shit. Also, by the way, I just hit 800 followers on Twitch, so I really appreciate that, everyone who's part of that number. You got here early, got here on the ground floor. Stark's Gauge, second is the worst second item on any champion not named Sion. I thought that Stark's was better again now. I thought that it was better again now. Yeah, it's not the best second item, don't get me wrong, but like, I thought it was better. I mean... It's the best second item here because you get one-shotted by items. What if there was an item called... What if there was a build where you went Blade into Frostfire or something? Crazy. Drake410, thanks for the floor, I appreciate it. Cleaver, Death Dance better here. I mean, either way, I think if you want to be tanky in teamfights, just don't go for the Gore Drinker build. Doesn't really help you as much. I get that it can kind of help you in terms of wave cleary stuff, but... Oh, 369. He's looking. He is seen. He is looking respectfully. Oh, yeah, I remember this fight, actually. Trying to... I wonder if missing could have... I wonder if missing flashes there. What have you got to play with? Is this flash? This flash? Flash heal. Yeah, okay. That would be why Rel does not engage into the fight. There's every summoner in the goddamn world available to Damwon. Because if you're playing around that, actually, you're someone needs to force the flashes, and you'd rather do that than not die. Because right here, just before this goes in, obviously, like, there is a window for missing to maybe get towards here. You are not reaching these two. And that's really important. If you're not reaching these two, that's rough. Oh, oh no, I already called that out. Yeah. Yeah, you're not reaching these two, and if you're not reaching those two with sums and ults available, particularly the Varus ult, yeah, that's rough. That's fair. I think you just take Canyon Flash and leave. That's fair in this case. I felt maybe there was a bigger play to be made, but because the amount of summoners that Damwon had available, you can't land that. That's fine. That's sad. Wait, what information do they have on that play? Ooh, that's close. If they catch someone there, that's actually really big. Because if you catch missing... there is... None, that's not there. This will be gone as well, because missing would be dead. There's a chance you can Baron off of that. That is super sad. Particularly you got Rageblade Varus as well. Rageblade carries are typically very good at killing Baron. Good catch. Not enough. Blowing some flashes. Missing getting out there is actually really important. I actually feel like Damwon could go into a Baron after that point. That's a good realization that if you kill the support, you can maybe get a huge power play. 369 flash away. So you've actually burned a lot of flashes though. Burned a lot of flashes, right? Well, two important ones, because those are the two people in the front line. That means that Talia, with a good enough Talia combo, maybe the fight goes in your favor, like very early on. Could blue Nuggery TP to the blue buff and not die?
All we are is
I had Benham Barak. Thanks to the follow, I appreciate it. I actually don't know in that case. Actually, but let's go back to the fight. What happens here?
all we are is
I think if you go here, I think if you go here, then I mean, you do have flash. I don't know. I think you just die, don't you? You've got this guy. You got the two damage carries on different angles. You don't get onto both of them. You don't get to damage both of them. I think you just die. Maybe with... No, you don't have... If you have Maokai ult, I think you can do it. If you have Maokai ult, I think a Maokai ult goes like...
all we are is incompetent.
I think if you have Maokai ult, you can either fling it this way and deny these guys getting into the fight. Yeah, no, I think you fling the Maokai ult that way if it's up, and you can isolate like this area of the fight. You can isolate like this bit of it. I don't think you can do that without Maokai ult. I think that's why they choose to just disengage. If they have Maokai ult, I would do that. That was with some follows. Yep. Justin Bieber, 803. Wow, real big names in the channel. I appreciate the follow. Thank you. And 21 guns. Talia could ult to help Nuggery TP. I mean, problem with that is this guy's just gonna slide out. You're realistically not gonna get a good enough ult, but where would you draw it? Would you draw it here? You'd have to draw it here, right? You Gao, which means you're only really hitting your Gao on that. You're not in a position to... If you ult up here, does that change anything if you ult up here? Well, that means that Hope is... You don't get Hope. Hope is fine. Oh, this guy is okay. Your Gao's fine either way. This guy is always going to get out. I don't think Showmaker ever follows the wall. I think if you follow the wall in either of these ways, you are looking to get flashed on. And then there's an ult through here as well. I think you just immediately die, particularly because Kaiser's actually in a lot of gold right now. And also, if you ult there, then Canyon is kind of screwed, right? Yeah, I don't think there's much you can do with that. I think that they make the right choice here. It's good in the moment decision making to say, actually, we don't actually have a winning fight here, as much as they have tools to fight with. Angle it slightly higher with TP to Tribush. That's the point. No, I think at that point you're still screwing over Canyon, right? So Canyon burn the flash anyway, yeah. It's fine. And then they go for this play here. Good combo. Okay, and we're back into the flow of the game. Big play's over. Big play's over. Go home, pack it up, show's over. Good flash play. Showmaker's having a good game. Showmaker's having a very good game. Showmaker and Yugao are very intelligent playmakers in the heat at the moment. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's stuff like understanding that you can't make the play there. Oops, I just drew a random thing on the stream. Understanding that you can't make the play there. Oh, God. That's actually so sad from Damwon, though. What happens here? What happens here? What the heck happens here for Damwon to lose vision control of bot side? So you've gone into mid. This is after you've blown the flash. You've gone into your bot side jungle. That's great. Awesome. Cool. Vision control established. It's Hex Gates. Look at this. Oh, man. It's freaking Hex Gates. Normally when you make a play like that and you force him out of your jungle, you get pink wards down, you're like, wow, awesome. But, well, no, he's not... Missing is not hex gating to zero vision, right? Because you've just seen Showmaker show top, Nogari's shown top. These two are clearing mid, right? So you've got one person who's off the map, and that's Kellen. And you don't care about them. Plus, you've got Azir on bot side. You have W, you have Flash. Like, Missing is complete... Oh, freaking hex gates, man. This play doesn't happen on any other map. So he gets to clear out... He gets to... You don't get to get this, like... Damwon just fought so hard to get vision control back here. He just goes, haha. But what if I could teleport to your side of the map? Oh, man. Yeah, you see Doc Dam clearing the wave beforehand, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, he's clearing wave here. Yeah. So Missing comes from base. And like, you know that Missing's like... You know that Doc Dam can potentially be on, like, in boss side jungle, but whatever, right? It's not enough to... You know he's likely on wave play GD. Oh, man. You don't get this play. You don't get this play unless you get to establish vision control by missing hex gating into the enemy jungle. That is so... That's so annoying for Damwon. That's really well played by Missing there, though. That is... It is a bit of a misplay by Canyon. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. You're also not as tanky, right? Because you've gone for the demonic. He doesn't have flash. You don't have Nuggery TP that was used in the last fight. You don't have this. He's on top side. Doctam's in mid, so he's not gonna like be able to respond. You're losing bot side prio, and they see that he's pushing. Yeah, if you see a 0 on bot wave, I don't know, man. I don't think you can be there. Because what's he doing? He's going for... Is he just trying to... He's trying to sweep out. He's trying to sweep out, yeah. Yikes. Yikes. That's rough. Because you've lost mid turret. Yeah, and that means that your mid lane prio, which you kind of fought very hard for very early into the game. It says like, no, around the big mid lane fight, which obviously got you the mid lane turret after that point. That was a big point for you to be able to hold more vision, right? And obviously you can already see that JG are getting enemy jungle vision. But losing that mid lane tower, it just makes it harder, right? It makes it harder to fight for minion waves. Why does everyone autopilot into Frostfire? Because it doesn't matter in this game. Yes, it does. Yeah, I think he won a Frozen Heart at some point, right? Maybe, yeah. I'm not great on Maokai builds in terms of tankiness right now, because tank items have been so crap for so long, I'm actually not sure what makes you the tankiest anymore. Maybe Sun... I don't know. As a jungle, you want to have slightly more utility, right? But, oh shit, that's good. Good counterplay, actually. You kind of want a Frozen Heart somewhere on your team, though. Azir is the best mid lane right now. He's very blind pickable, and he gives you a lot of priority in teamfight scaling. Okay. That's a nice combo. That's a nice set of combos, actually. How does Nuggery play this, actually? How does Nuggery play this? Let me slow this down. Go back to regular speed. Calm walks up. Yeah, that's nice. Oof. Jungle's dead. Good damage. Okay, 2 kills. Nice, not bad. Okay. So, good counterplay. I guess you Baron. That's nice. That's really nice. Because, like, this is, like, more of a simplified point, I guess. It's not, like, the specifics of this game. But typically, when you are, like, pushing side lanes, right? If you got a comp which has a supposedly, like, winning side lane matchup, the Renekton still pushes into the Ornn, right? But, like, he doesn't do much to the towers. Because he can't free hit the tower. Now, when you've got, like, an Talir, who is a much better side lane champion than Azir, because you have the semi-global to kind of move across the map. What you're looking to do is, like, push out and then you use your prio to pin someone at the tower, or pin them like really far down their lane, back here or something. And then you walk into a fight or you ult into a fight. Which is, yeah, even though the Kai'Sa can push up, and that's awesome because you've got your Q evolves, like, haha, cool, I can push up. You leave yourself very overexposed, right, and very overextended. You overextend, and if you're losing the side lane, yeah, it gets rough. Gee, how does this stop? How does this stop? Because it's not like, actually, no, JDG have committed to the side. Oh, Yagar doesn't have TP. Okay, you don't have the Azir. Nah, it's still the same point. Ornn is there, but like, you've 4v5'd, yeah. Cool. That's more of a simplistic point, but yeah. If you're pushing side lanes, you get to collapse mid easier. Mid lane plays become much easier. Because when you pick something like a Twisted Fate or a Talia, a lot of the time you're thinking about, haha, we're gonna go dive side lanes, go top lane. And you can do that, for sure you can. But it's also very important that you can also go side lanes and then come back mid. Just collapse on the play quicker. You can kind of do it both ways. You go start mid, go to the sides, or start sides, go to mid. Or enemy jungle, wherever it is. Oh my god. This guy. Canyon is really, really, really doing some magic stuff here. See you in a bit, Lonely Poro. Thanks for stopping by. Dies for it. This is during Baron. Yeah, I mean, it's still worth. It's still worth for Damwon, because now you're actually on soul point. Oh, that's, yeah. Does Nori need to die, though? Does Nori need to die? I feel like Nori does need to die, though. Yeah, that's Renekton. That's Renekton life for you. Can we see the drag side? Sure. So this is a Revenge Baron from JDG. You have resets coming in from Damwon after the Baron. They have empowered recalls. Hex gates mean they get there close enough on time, which is why he obviously gets in for the steal. But like, they're trying to go for the Revenge Dragon. But you, man, when you use your Baron, like when you lose two people like that, you've now lost a minute of your Baron, which is like a third of it, right? Ish. Because you can't push up with 3 people. Squiddos, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Yeah, so now, even though you have the Baron, you're not on the enemy side of the map. You're not actually in a position to use your Baron that well, so yeah. I think Noguri makes a bit of a mistake there to die as well. I don't think you can do much with that Renekton, like in that fight. Okay, Cullen gets out. JDD are doing a really good job of stopping Damwon getting like efficient usage out of the Baron. Like they made them, because put it this way, with Baron you have 3 minutes to do something. It's like say you've got like this is the amount of Baron time you have. Like Dragon and the resets for Dragon and then dying there mean that you've got death timers, which means that like you've lost like a third of it or a quarter of it or whatever. And then when you're looking for engages like that, you're pushing them back and making sure that when they're going into your jungle, you're engaging onto them. That's another bit of time which they can't use to effectively hit towers, control the rest of the map. Like, actually, it's even way more. Well, the Baron's actually already ended, right? But like, because of JDG kind of holding Damwon to account when they're looking for an ability to set up and use Baron, they're not just sitting there and letting them push into them. They're challenging them to do something. Like, to have to respond to an aggressive play or something, which means that they're not actually getting efficient usage out of this Baron. They don't get much out of it. With the 2 Kai'Sa, JDG should have won this game, but Kanavi threw the game so hard. I don't agree with that. I don't think Kanavi had a bad game. It's just hard to play Graves into this 4-man unit, right? Because, like we were saying, Graves is a ranged champion and does well into stuff like these hard melee bruises like Renekton, which don't really have that much mobility. But engaging into like this 4-man unit, Yeah. Team fighting as Graves in this game is hard. Chief Smite... Losing a Smite fight is not throwing the game. Losing a Smite fight is just whatever, you coin flip. That's sometimes an objective setup or whatever. I seriously disagree with that mentality. Trying to say that you losing a Smite fight is throwing the game, I think that is incredibly mischaracterizing a player. And the more this kind of conversation takes over, the more you're blaming players for stuff which is actually not necessarily their fault. Sometimes it's a coin flip. Sometimes you lose those coin flips. It's a 50-50, it happens. You don't have Smite advantage anymore. This is not Kanavi throwing the game. I seriously disagree with that mentality. What do you think of Demonic on Mao? Makes it way harder for enemy to face check, eases game, but he's less tanky. Yes, we did talk about that a little bit before earlier in the game. That's basically the conclusion I got to. I think it particularly helps when Damwon get to walk into an area first, but they've not managed to do that. What happens here? What happens here? Hex Gates. Yeah. Yeah, Hex Gates. Nogari. Yeah. That's rough. 369 dies. That's not a... What does that Renata roll achieve, actually? What does that Renata roll achieve? Okay. Dog time is way out of the middle of nowhere, man. Okay, 1 for 1. That's fine, I guess. What's happening after this? Anything else? A continuation? Teleport back into mid, that's fine. Holy moly, though. Oh my god, yeah, that's close, actually. Well, okay, Harold, basically, yeah, about to say, it is fairly harsh language, because on that logic, could you say that Canyon throws the game by losing the Smite fight here? No, I wouldn't say so. It happens, right? Sometimes it just happens. He didn't have vision on the HP bar. Really well timed fight from JDG there, actually. Ooh, close. Okay. Well, Canyon's now died in an attempt for stealing Soul. Which means you don't have Smite for the Baron, which means you lose Baron. Yeah. That's a lot of flashes gone. Yeah, it's a really well-timed fight from JDG. Very well-timed fight. Oh, that ult missing. That is so sad.
All we are is
Iniquity, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. The demonic mouth thing isn't really that bad. Just build order issue. I think having the demonic up early, because it's got a lot of base value, right, that item. I don't think that's that bad to fight towards earlier objective fights. Because, okay, so this is another concept which I talk about a lot, right? So, in terms of tanky champions on Damwon, the Renekton is half, right? But he's typically not going to be in the fight at the right point. You've got the Maokai, who is somewhat tanky, and you think, okay, that's kind of it. You don't really have that much other, like, HP bars to burn through. However, you have things which are kind of temporary frontline, right? Whenever Showmaker puts down this, that means that basically all of these champions do not want to be near it. They don't want to be there. So this is actually a frontline. This is going to be a little weird, but this is technically a frontline. In the same way that you don't want to walk into a Gangplank barrel. You don't want to walk into these kind of abilities. Typically, and also, you've also got stuff like the Renata ult and the Varus ult, which is zoning. And now, those ones are more committal, right? They're long cooldowns, you can't reuse them in the fight, they're there once. Particularly, the Renata ult lasts a fairly long time. So, because you got this, you got this, and you got this. There are a lot of things which kind of help Canyon not have to be super tanky and be the only tank on the team, because there are a lot of things which JGG have to be aware of. What's happening in chat? The time Canyon died is worse than Lysing a Smite Duel. Yeah, this is probably the worst, Kanavi's worst game out of the two he's played so far. He's played 2 games, man. Disrespecting Delay's ability to cross map and burning flash for objectives. I mean, it's more okay for the Graves to burn flash because he's got Ian ult. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think Kanavi's had a bad game. I don't particularly. I think he's done fine. I think he's done fine. I think that Damwon have done well to punish. I think they're both very high level teams. I don't think Kanavi had a bad game. Was it his better game of the two? No. But I don't think it's bad. Getting in the turret. You have the Baron now. And Damwon don't have the same ability to, like, force... Because they were the ones that, like, died in the Baron attempt. They didn't have the ability to, like, make a revenge play as soon as, like, JDG reset from Baron or something. So they don't have a way to burn the time of this Baron. You see the difference between these two Barons. JDG immediately on the other side of the map, immediately doing something with it. Damwon are not in a position to respond. JDG, when Damwon got the Baron, immediately just had huge problems. They just had, like, Damwon had so many problems using the Baron well. Hope is now absolutely nuclear. This is disgusting amounts of items. As much as this is pretty good from the Varus, like... Yeah, I mean, you're just going to immediately get one-shot by the Kaiser Fear if the Kaiser ever finds you out of position. And at this point, as much as there are temporary front lines, Canyon just... he obliterates himself, he just dies. He dies horribly. Okay. Hope? Hope? Oh my god. No, that is not allowed. That is not allowed. What the hell happens here? What happens here? Oof. Does he... What does he cleanse? Oh my god, Canyon knocks him out of the... Canyon knocks him out of the Varusol. That's hit. So he cleanses the Maokai. Roots. Ah, shit, that's actually so close. So, reminder that when you use cleanse, you actually get a small amount of tenacity as well. So look at this. So, Maokai hits him mid-air. Yes, that's a good call out. Now, he cleanses that. He gets W'd. But because he has an extra 60% tenacity, he gets to move. He only gets to move like this far. But as you'll notice, the angle of that changes the knockup from going this direction, which would be into the Varusol, to going this direction instead. So that the cleanse... Oh my god, this is one of these tiny interactions. So you'll notice... One of the more famous series of all time was Misfits versus SKT in Season 7, quarterfinals. And Misfits were... Nixie, thanks for the prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So what happened there was... Faker uses Cleanse under tower when Misfits are looking to end the game in Game 4. He uses Cleanse, and he has the... At that point, it even stopped. I think it even reduced knockup durations at that point if you used it before. And like either way, he gets hit by CC, but because he has the extra tenacity after that point, he gets to turn around that play. And because they get the play, because they end up getting the kill, because Faker's then like not CC'd, it means that Huni doesn't die, and then Huni gets to regen because he's on top lane Trundle at that point. Huge regen from his passive. This is one of those tiny moments where Hope dies here, 100% if that all hits. But because he's able to move, and he has flashed too, he could have flashed out as well in that timing. But because... that is so unfortunate. The Renata ult is really good to stop missing and Yagao looking for their counter engage too. Literally, the extra tenacity from Cleanse allows Hope to move the direction he's going to get knocked back. That is a tiny, tiny play. That is a tiny, tiny micro play, which, like, changes the course of the game. Because Dragon's up now. If you don't have Kai'Sa here, and also, like, again, you have Hexgate, so, like, obviously, Hope's going to turn up here, like, a good 5 seconds earlier than you should be able to. Yeah, something like that. Well, 3-4 seconds, which is enough. Okay. Blowing heal on Dark Dam very early. That's more than fine. Okay, let's slow this fight down. Nogari's not good. He's not good timing here. He's got flash, but... Okay, you've got Marco, you've got Varasol. That's fine. Cool. Nice. But what are you going to do with that? The timing is just not... Could he go in even it? Could he... Hydrate. I can hydrate. Yep. What do you think of Abyssal Mask on the Renekton? Not gonna lie, it doesn't really change what Renekton does, right? Renekton's still gonna struggle to be relevant in the front line. He's gonna not deal a huge amount of damage. He's not gonna be one-shotting anyone. He's not super far ahead. I mean, I don't know about the actual efficacy of the item, but Renekton in this game is just struggling. Okay, so... This is a really low cooldown. It's only got like a 2-3 second downtime. Even when it like dissolves, you've got like only like a couple of seconds till it's back up. Ah, man, but now you've used everything. You don't have the Renata ult. You don't have the Renata ult. You used that to deter the engage last time. Dragon's gone. Dogdam's not got heal. Hang on, what the hell happens in the backline? You take off like a third of... Wait, has he got Crown on at this point? No, he doesn't. No. How little damage does this do, man? It's just not... I don't know, man. This Renekton has just not done anything this game. 369... I mean, it's all well and good, but that's happened. But you still have Flash here. This guy still got Flash. What? Hang on, actually, when was the last time that Talia E was used? Talia E is going to be back up. But Nuguri has no... like, mobility. That Kanavi. Oh, Kanavi. That's actually a really good combo from Graves there. So he buffers through the CC. He times it out with his ult. So, like, he just gets the extra mobility even though he's CC'd. Dashes, flashes back in for the Gore Drinker for the heal. Because he's got more running as well, he gets the extra healing amp from it. Or rather, the extra Omni Vamp. Oh, man. Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna lie, this tiny microplay, this tiny microplay just before that, that actually changes the game. This changes the game. You know what? Even though Damwon are behind in gold, they have Soul Point.
Alex, I think you're saying it wrong. Pretty sure Riot have called it game changes, not changing the game.
Different thing. Okay, but like, sorry, just kind of wrapping up this point.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so, I mean, Damwon are behind in gold, but they have the Soul Point. This tiny point, just giving the extra tenacity, it means you don't get the catch here. You've wasted Renata ult, you've wasted this, and I know that several of these come back up. You don't get the Renata ult back. I think if you get the kill onto Hope there, legitimately Damwon win the game. You get Hex Soul, you have Hope off the map for a significantly long time, because he's level 17. I think Damwon legitimately win the game. I think Damwon legitimately win the game if they get that. That is a brutally crushing moment, actually. That is brutal. God. That sucks. And I know that Hope has Flash, but if he gets hit by that CC chain... Oh, that's not my housemate, that's my brother. I mean, we are housemates, but that's initialized. We cast together on the LEC. Oh, man. That is just brutal. Hope manages to come back. He's alive for this fight. God, that is... How much work does Hope actually do in this fight? How much does he do? Couple of W's. Helps burst down the objective. Half HP on Renekton. Another W. Gets the kills to clean up. Yeah. This guy. He is so... He gets away with a lot there, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, serious credit to Damwon for, like, finding actually almost a game-winning play at that point, but holy moly, that's a micro play and a half to actually save the game for JDG in a lot of ways. If well, or rather, that would have been a throw, because the ult's in, right? Damwon were very close to winning this game. They were very close to winning this game.